Hello everybody and welcome to Casey's Garage. Now, unfortunately it's kind of a bad video today. So here's what happened. I tried to fix the Altima. I got the welder out. I got some bolts that I thought would work, which they wouldn't have been perfect because, like I said in the last Altima video, they didn't actually make a bolt for this, so I had to try to rig something up, and it just didn't end up working out. Unfortunately, I tried welding the new bolt on, and for some reason I just could not manage to get a bead on it. But I mean, not the bead itself, but I couldn't manage to get the bolt to stick to the frame, and I really don't know why. Like, I actually ended up using too much wire just trying to get it attached, and it just would not work. And anyway, the long and short of it is, unless I go in there with a grinder, and I can't do that because it's a tiny hole, I'd end up having to cut an entire section of the frame out. You know, it ended up being kind of messy. But the point is unfortunately I'm not going to be able to fix the Altima, which the guy I bought the Altima from figured that it was a wash anyway. There was no way it was going to be able to be fixed, and that's why I got it for such a good deal. The guy said that I would at least be able to make my money back from the wrecking yard if it ended up being unfixable, which it turns out it is. But on a positive note, I should be able to salvage the battery, and there's that not a very good sound system, but a sound system nonetheless, which there's a few things I can get out of this car, which hopefully in the end means that I should still hopefully be able to come out ahead. No, I'm not putting the sound system in the GTO. That's not going to happen. But I am going to be seeing about at least trying to make it a little bit worth my while. But as you can see, it's just, there's not really much to really to keep in the car. I am trying to keep the battery, which is an older battery, but well, we'll see what happens. If I can manage to get it charged up and everything, then yeah, I don't know. So unfortunately, it's not going to be a winter beater, but fortunately I never licensed it or anything because we never even knew if we were even going to be able to get this thing fixed. But it is what it is, and unfortunately this is probably the last you're going to see of this car. I'm thinking I'm just going to take what I can out of the car and end up scrapping it and getting my money back on the car. And then as far as the winter vehicle, I do have my truck still, so it's really no big deal. Honestly, this is more of a trying to turn something that was destined to the wrecking yard into something in general. And while I'm sad that it didn't end up working out, it's something that I knew when I bought the car, and mostly I'm just disappointed that it took up so much space in Idaho Joe's garage, and it's not even going to be something that we can hit the road with. Now, when we got the car, Idaho Joe actually came with me to get the car, and it's actually a funny story. He hadn't driven a manual in a very long time, so he ended up killing it, and we kept having to push start it to even get it to start because the starter doesn't work in this thing. And the second time we ended up having to push start it, he turned the key off and we didn't realize it, so we were pushing it and pushing it and pushing it, and we just could not get the thing to start. And finally we realized if we turned the key on, and we managed to get it back here, and every time you would hit the accelerator it would just throw violently to the right, which we figured out was that broken frame. That's the whole reason we can't fix the car. But you know, that's just what this car is ending up being. Is we've got a few good stories out of it, we got a few laughs out of it, but unfortunately we can't spend any more time on this car because Idaho Joe really needs space in his garage back, and I don't have space in my garage anymore because between the GTO and the Monte Carlo and the Harley, I don't have room. Idaho Joe doesn't have room, so unfortunately it is definitely something that'll be at the junkyard. So let's take one final look at the Altima, the failed project. Moment of silence for it. It's cloudy headlights, to its broken bumper, to its missing lights and broken bulbs. It may not be much of anything, but, well, hopefully you guys had a laugh and enjoyed the videos, and we'll try again with another one. If I figure hopefully we'll get one working that won't be so bad. But for now, unfortunately, this is the end of the Altima. I will go ahead and as soon as I post this video, start pulling the sound system out of it, and I'll find a place for that. And if the battery will charge, we'll probably find a place for that. I do think I'm going to keep something that isn't worth anything on this as a souvenir of failing on the Altima. But other than that, I think that's it. I think we're done with the Altima. Anyway, thank you guys for watching Casey's Garage, and I'll catch you guys next time.